Hey everybody, it's Adam with Tech Stocks here. I'm going to break down something that most people use already, but I really can't decide beyond that I really like it more than almost any other, and that is the Roku TV. The stick is what I'm going to be talking about today, and it essentially is a HDMI stick that's about 3 inches wide. You plug it into the back of your television, you plug that into the USB on the back of your TV. It doesn't have problems from there. You don't have to plug it into an external plug, and you get this nice fancy remote with it. The new ones are very important and help you significantly because it has a mute and a volume on the side. See, this becomes your primary remote. So if you're a cable cutter and you have, YouTube TV or you have Fubo or Hulu, and you're not paying for any regular cable, this all you need is a television and this. And even these come in boxes where you can buy it. It's already built into the television. And those seem to work even better. For about $250, you can get a flat screen TV that's already readily enabled with a Roku remote, and it's using your main one. But even if you already have one, you can get a Roku stick for about $40, plug it right in, and you're rocking cable, streaming, Netflix, everything. You can turn a dumb TV into a smart TV. And Roku is a great way to do it. It can manages all sorts of things. Um, Having one remote is probably the modern equivalent to, I don't know, something ridiculous like Fire or something. The idea of not having or having multiple remotes and managing it all. We've all been there, and I got to tell you, it's very annoying. This solves that problem. Your volume's built in, your channels are built in, your controls are built in, your power is built in. You don't have to turn it on, move all this stuff. It is absolutely the way to go, is one remote. And from the beginning, if you're looking for price, this is great. One of the big knocks on Roku's is that, in my experience, they don't always have the best longevity. They can be pretty sensitive to overheating. Sometimes you have to unplug them, plug them back in. It's incredibly annoying. If you buy, I've never had that happen on a built-in system. So if you're buying a television that has Roku built in, I think this one specifically does. I've never had it happen on those systems. TCL, Hisense, and beyond. None of those have issues, but the sticks have, so it needs to be aware of. One of the big upsides to the Roku stick versus the Fire TV stick is the fact that a lot of times when you plug in a Fire Stick TV, you have to, it says the power is insufficient from the television USB plug, which means you have to run a whole nother cable to plug in the actual device. And if, depending on your setup, it's incredibly annoying. It's never happened to me before with Roku, and I've never had problems from that. In terms of ease of setup, it definitely has that going for it. It has some hot buttons here: Hulu, Netflix. Subsystems are different depending on where you sell them or buy them from. The battery updating stuff is very good. Putting in a new television or updating, making sure that you have the right amount of power in the batteries is all fine and good. It pretty much warns you before it dies, which is really nice compared to a lot of other systems where it just stops working. So preemptively being able to do that is pretty handy. I like this size. I actually think it's not. I think it is thicker than the Amazon Fire TV remote, but I actually like it better. My hand's kind of bigger, but I think it's easier to move around. This is a D-pad with an OK in the middle versus the circular system on a Fire Stick TV. And I've just always felt that the circular system is just harder to know what you're engaging, what button you're pushing. And so it's important to look at the directional pad as a system. It was like, okay, this is easier to feel, to know where you are when moving around your hand and fingers. Outside of that, I've got to tell you, I still choose it over the Fire TV, mainly because of the ease of use of the remote and I think the interface is a little better, a little more snappy. And for me, those things are the most important. So if you're looking for a snappy interface, if you're looking for a system that works a lot of the time and is super easy to set up, requires nothing, can be moved around, the Roku is tough to go wrong on. Once again, this is Adam from Tech Stocks. Hope you have a good day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.